sketching a wolf. So, we'll see how this goes. My neighbor wanted a wolf, so I told her that I would try. And that's really all I can do in the world is try. But I am doing tarot card readings too. I've been doing a lot of nature blogging. This is what I do. I am a blogger. And I do enjoy my blogging. And who knows how long this wolf's going to take. Alright, here I go with my wolf. We'll see. I mean, I've done other stuff, so. It has a white background, so I'm thinking about. I don't know. I think about just keeping it with the white background. I think it would be easy for my first wolf. I'm going to start his neck right here. So I got room for the nose. Alright. I'm going to take us step by step. My neighbor's very nice. So I want to give her something for being nice and putting up with some of my chaotic stuff because I can't be chaotic. This is not a lie. I know when I could be extra and just things around that's been going on. The apartment area has been a little chaotic with the new dog that moved in next door and me having to prove that it was a good dog and this and that. It's just been too much. This here. Oh, here's Flip. Of course I would have Flip. Alright. Here's his fur there. Got that. And then this fur line. I think I'm just going to go to this fur line here. Up to here. And the fur line goes up to here. It says it's an easy sketch. It was a tutorial, but I've been sketching like for a year now, so I've had enough teachers that have passed over the Rainbow Bridge teaching me this stuff. One right here. I'm just establishing fur lines at this point. Oh, hi. Captain Hodges or Caspian. Oh, hi Caspian. How you doing? I'm doing a wolf sketch for my neighbor. Because there's been a lot of dog drama going on with the new neighbor because everybody's kind of don't know what if the dog's nice or whatever. And I proved the dog was nice because I am a dog lover and everybody's fine and cool with it now. Hopefully nothing happens with the guy here. She's a big dog, but so is Chong. So I hope you're enjoying the shorts. I've been trying. Alright, gotta get this fur line with this. Let me get in this here. She said she liked wolves. So I'm trying here. Okay, this is here. So it's little corners here, and then it goes up here for his eyes. I'm hoping this turns out nice. She is a really nice lady. Alright, then here's where the eye starts, right in here. So I'm gonna tack off this area. Oh, you love the 80s. You're a YouTuber. I love the 80s too. Draw Leatherface. Maybe another episode. Not this one. This one I'm doing a wolf for my neighbor. But how you guys doing? I had a very insane nature vlog yesterday. People might think nature vlogs are boring, but this one was not boring at all. Not even a little bit. It was pretty traumatic, honestly. Mr. Chong ended up finding coyote poop pile. And he got it on him. And I did have wipies. Thank God. But I did not bring gloves. So we all know where this is going. And he ended up, his prong collar ended up coming on. And he did not run. He sat there and waited for me, but I have OCDs. And not a little bit of them. I have a lot of OCDs. I'm making his one eye here. I have an insane amount of OCDs. So Chong's sitting there staring at me. I had to take my bare hands with whatever little wipey coverage I had to remove the poop. And the coyote poop had fur in it. And that got on my hands. And I got as much as I cut off. And he was already off leash at this point for like almost 2 minutes. So, oh, I'm making a wolf sketch right now for my neighbor. And anyways, it was traumatizing. Very traumatizing for me. Chong was worried about me through all of it. And he waited. I got it on him, and then we got to a park bench, and I got like the rest of the stuff out, and I don't know. I thought I was gonna die through all of it. I don't know. The eye looks a little messed up. I'll fix it if I have to. Oh well, thank you. But yeah, it was crazy. Then I got home, washed them. Thought I washed them enough, and we had to give him a bath this morning. Me and the husband, right before work, and he's howling because he hates baths. He's sitting there howling at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like beyond aggravated, beyond. It was too much of a traumatic thing for my ass. It really was. So, okay, this goes up and over I think I have the eye too much over this way. That's why it's looking all funny. I should do the nose first. But yeah, nature blogs could get very dramatic. You just never know what's going to happen in them. But yeah, I went through that all day yesterday. I got home. I was just not in the mood to do anything. I just wanted to relax. And then that's when the husband said it still smelled like poop this morning. And I have sinus problems. I noticed something smelled, but I was so tired. And then that's when we had to do the bath. But it's gonna be rainy today, and it's awfully cold in Ohio, so I'm not worried about it. He had enough excitement yesterday for a couple dogs, so I don't. Today it's going to be a short walk and maybe a Chong thought of the day. And then on top of that, I've been on the phone with the cops today because my son's ex-girlfriend, she called the cops on him, trying to get him on a domestic and everything, and she's not cooperating with the cops. And she has her cat, our family cat. So it's too much. It's like if it's not one thing, it's another. So I'm on the phone with the cops, and I told the cops I want a welfare check. Oh, he's sleeping right now. But I told the cops I wanted a welfare check on Max, our family cat, and I got to pay $200 because she doesn't have to give up the cat. But I have the paperwork that technically I own Max because he's microchipped. So I might have to go ahead and get a lawyer. And I said, well, if I go ahead and get a lawyer and do everything you guys want me to do, I was like, how am I supposed to know he's even alive? And they go, oh, I'm sure it'll be okay. I said, I want you guys to go out there and let me know if he's dead or alive. But of course I don't have the new address. So the cop's sitting there giving me a headache over that. So I had to text my son from work so I can get an address to send the cops over to her house. And I'm so tired of these laws where they say people own the animals, this and that. What about what the Native Americans used to say? We don't own the earth. And we don't. We don't own animals in it. And everybody's always talking about they own their house. You're going to die. And then you give out your house over to the nursing home. I guess you temporarily own it because you're giving somebody a bunch of money, but you don't own your house. And then people say, well, they own the land. How do you own the land if you didn't make it? That's what I don't get. I would never, ever, and I will argue with any homeowner, you don't own the damn land. I mean, there's people out there that beat the shit out of these animals and stuff, and they say, oh, I'm the owner. It's like, okay, did you make the animal? Did you give birth to the animal? And even then, do you really own the animal? I think only God owns the animals. But this is just me. I think this law is stupid. And I think this is why there's so many unhappy animals out there. Because we as humans, we could be horrible. We truly can. And I just don't understand. But I have to get a lawyer, bring her to court, and she's not even cooperating with cops because she didn't even go to the hospital when my son supposedly hurt her. And now she won't talk to the cops no more. She wants them to convict him, put him to jail, but she don't want to show up. So, I don't know. I truly have given up on all of these causes today. When I got this, it's like a little dough. But I don't understand. I think that the people just need to realize that we just coexist with the animals. Yeah, we may be a little smarter, but does it really mean we own them? I mean, we do so many horrible things to animals. It makes me sad to say I'm even a human. I guess I'm just trying to give humans a good name being on this channel, because that's what I'm here for, is the animals. Even though those coyotes bothered the hell out of me, and I wasn't happy with being knee deep in their poop. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate them for what they are, and I think we should. I think people just, for whatever reason, they're ridiculous. And then there's the other dog incident going on. We have a guy that has a German Shepherd. He's going around and biting people. That's the one that bit my husband. And my husband never called the cops, but I guess one of the workers from his work. Oh, sure. Health reading. Are you sick? It's like you should have some probiotics. But yeah, the dog that bit him bit two other people, and this guy's being sued because it's his dog. So I told my husband, I feel bad for the dog because it's not the dog's fault. Oh, you are good. You're asthmatic. Oh, okay. I have all kinds of stuff. It's all fixable things, but I'm allergic to the outside, and I go out blogging, laugh out loud, in the middle of nature, having my hands in dog shit crying. Not dog. Yeah, first it was his dog poop because Chong scratched his poop, and then it was him rolling around in coyote poop. I don't know. This is why I'm always sniffling and stuff because I can't stay away from nature. But I will do a health reading for you. But if you're asthmatic, as long as you kind of keep on top of things, you're not going to die from it. You really won't. Alright. You have for your health a waxing crescent moon. And then it's surrounded by a new moon in Gemini and a full moon in Taurus. The waxing crescent moon just means have hope and faith that you're going to be okay. Which is okay because it doesn't mean it's a death sentence or anything that's not curable type thing. The Gemini, New Moon Gemini just talks about communication, so that would mean keep in contact with your doctor. Then the full moon Taurus just talks about practical plans. Maybe ask your doctor if there's some kind of medication he can give you for prolonged use of things to help you with your asthma and stuff. They always have stuff coming out new. Always. I will tell you that. It's always some kind of something new. It really is. But yeah, this woman is just sitting here like tormenting us, and she won't even let us have Max because she just wants to torture my son. And it's ridiculous. So now I'm going to be paying out a retainment fee, but I'm sending the cops over there to tell her that I'm going to go ahead and get my property, which I really hate. I hate the law that says that these animals are property. I feel animals should always have a choice like us. I feel they were born innocent, and just like the dog that went around, the German Shepherd that's going around and biting people. The owner knows his dog's going around biting people, but I'm thinking that this dog is most likely abused. And it's really sad that it has to be that way. But I really truly think this dog was abused because he drug somebody out in the road, and I guess, bit him and they had to call EMS and everything. And it's sad because they're gonna put down this dog. Even police dogs can't do that without their handler and a whole police report. And this guy just sat there and stared while he's dragging people out in the street and biting them like it's cool. And these are the kind of owners I absolutely hate. And I do. I absolutely hate these kind of owners because I think that, I don't know, that they just give big dogs a bad name because they think that it's cool to have a big dog that'll bite you. I trained Chong not to bite. And when, you know how everybody says, oh, let him horse around, I said, no, let's not let him horse around. And I was very adamant about it. Very adamant about it. I didn't feel it was right for him to do that because if he's in a situation, how's he supposed to know not to bite if I don't teach him right from wrong? When he was a young pup, I taught him, and I had him trained not to bite and when to bite. I had trainers teach him this. And I don't know why other dog parents don't do this. They just think it's really cool because they feel, I don't know why they think it's cool because I don't think it's cool at all because these people are going around with these injuries and can't work and he's fine with it. But the cops aren't, and I guess the cops contacted him and even told my husband and everybody that the guy's being sued by two different people. And the thing is the poor dog is most likely going to get put down. And the thing is, to me, whose fault is it? The owner or the dog? To me, I think it's the owner's fault, and obviously the Brea court agrees with me there, but hopefully I get this. Hopefully I get this damn address so I can get the welfare check on our family cat. But she's playing games too. And this is all because this is my son's ex-girlfriend because she wants to hurt him. And I get it, she's taking him to court, but the thing is, I don't know if she gets in trouble for falsifying a police report because she hasn't contacted the cops at all. She just kind of puts out there and just wants him convicted right away. You got to have evidence. They cannot convict you without you showing up. And that's the thing. She's not, now she doesn't want to show up. She doesn't want to talk to any of the cops when they try to contact her, but she has an ongoing case. So I don't know. It's like all life today, between today and yesterday, has been crazy. So hopefully, and tomorrow's my birthday. I probably will come on early for my birthday because all this, I needed to sketch or do something because I was going mad, stark raving mad. Alright, I'm doing this fur the way this sketches here. And moving it around is very important if you're trying to get an idea of these sketches to start the shading in the area that you want your audience to look. Because that's the most important thing. And there's a lot of little fur here. It's a wolf. So, but yeah, I'm hoping my day gets better. And my son texts me from work and tells me this address so I can get a welfare check and get Max home. And the sad part about it is the baby she has, what is supposed to be his, we're thinking is somebody else's all along. And she was messing with this guy from the military before he met her. And Lance kind of looks like him, but he doesn't. There's really nothing, no similarities. So now he's kind of tripping about that. And her mother was like, pretty much, I told him not to date her because her mother was like this huge whore. And I say whore because she would just literally go and move in with people just for a place to stay. Her mom really never had her own place. And then when she had her, she was dating an older guy, and he wanted to make sure that his daughter was taken care of. So Kirby actually has a decent father. So I don't know. It's just this whole thing is just like the coyote and Chong poop I was dealing with yesterday. The more it goes on, the stinkier it gets. This is how this whole thing is going, and I'm not even sure if it's just gonna end up getting worse. So who knows at this point? Who knows? And I gotta somehow find this lawyer. And I'm worried, so hopefully this welfare check comes. Which my husband does not care. He just wants to go to work, and that's it. And it leaves me to deal with all of it because he has to pay for all this. But his father did bail him out of jail, so that's a good thing. And I'm not even mad at his dad because, and his dad's is it's not this marriage; it's from another one. He got him out of jail and everything, and I'm just taking care of Max because I'm the only one that can. So, and it's okay. But yeah, because you could say this is why I was not on yesterday, and then I had this horrible nightmare. I swear it was crazy. It was like it was about this huge gigantic snake, and these was transforming people, and and then towards the end of my dream, the one guy was starting to transform, but this snake was going around and having sex with people, trying to impregnate people after he was transforming them to snakes. And this guy goes, I haven't even transformed all the way. And the snake was, and then I woke up and the snake was, I think, trying to have sex with him. I have some crazy anxiety dreams. Crazy. I don't know what snakes mean, or if it's just I was under stress, or I couldn't even tell you. Or it could just be because I was taking the mushroom complex pills. Those could be. My coworker said that you can get high from them, so maybe I was high from the mushroom complex pills because I don't really do many drugs. I'm trying to get these eyes perfect shape. I think I got the eyes pretty decent, but yeah, it's just been so chaotic. My son's coming over tomorrow, though. No, nothing major you need to know. They're just going to give you some medicine. It's a positive reading. Asthma is very, very treatable. Very treatable, Kron. It's little kids get it, and they have different treatments. And I know you're not from my country, but a lot of time other countries have pretty decent treatments, even better than the Americas, because we're just behind the curve, and we are. There's other cancer medications that are available all around the world, and America does not participate in it. Not at all. Why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. I think it's stupid that they don't. It could benefit a lot of people here, but they really honestly don't. The only people that get these kind of treatments are generally the rich. The poor people just end up dying from it, and that's it. But asthma is very treatable, even in here in America. So I think you'll be okay. Now, if it's something with your heart or cancer or something, then you may have issues. But I don't see anything like that in your future. I really don't. I mean, if they're even able to put Humpty Dumpty back together, and I call myself Humpty Dumpty because I've had that stupid jaw surgery that almost went, infection almost went to my heart, and they were able to fix that. So, and I'm sure where you're at is probably way more advanced and better than America with their health care. I'm from America and I study other countries, how their healthcare is doing. And we are way beyond the curve, way beyond it. It's there's the curve and then there's us. Everybody else is on board with universal health care and all these advancements, and we are not. So it's sad, but we're destroying the rainforest and different things. There's a lot of medicines that probably could be given, but we're destroying the rainforest in an alarming amount. There's a lot of medicines that are going to be lost because of everybody's greed up in that rainforest, wanting land, wanting this, wanting that. We're going to lose a lot of species because of our greed. This isn't so bad for my first wolf. And I do feel bad. I feel bad for all the animals. And honestly, I want to actually try to. I want to get Max too, my son's cat, because I feel it'll help him out of his depression. My son has real bad depression. And I'm thinking this would really help him through some of his depression. So, my brother, who is pretty intuitive, he really is. I don't know. He's like some kind of whisperer. He usually, when I can't even foresee what's going to happen, my brother always does. How has Yeah, sure. How has Juan been feeling about my silent treatment towards him? Home late, but lately it's been coming home early. Oh, that's a good sign. If he's coming home early, I could do an energy reading on it. The silent treatment at least is peaceful. Peaceful treatments, peaceful measures are better than unpeaceful. Solzman's if he's subconsciously trying to do better. Maybe he is. You know? Oh, it does. I don't like arguing with anybody. I just go for the peaceful way. I'm even my trying to get this cat back. I just literally ask the cops to do a wellness check and I'll pay for the cops as I'm not arguing with nobody. Arguing just leads to nothing getting done. And showing somebody something seems to be more effective because then they really think about it. And that's just the best way for anything, even for kids. My God. That's the best way to deal with a child. That's what, if they want to just throw it around and make them think about it. Oh, yes. I mean, that's what a lot of your peacemakers do. I mean, that's what Bob Marley used to do, give everyone the silent treatment. That's what they all do because they don't want to be unpeaceful. I'm all for it. All right, you and Juan are in a new moon eclipse, and this is good. This means powerful change. And it's surrounded, your whole thing's with that situation surrounded by a full moon in Aries and a full moon Sagittarius. The full moon in Aries just signifies that he was angry. And that maybe that's why he wasn't coming home on time and everything. And the full moon Sagittarius just signifies looking at the bigger picture. So maybe you doing that made him see the bigger picture. That's what I'm interpreting out of it all. And maybe he did change. He got a new moon eclipse, so that's good. So I don't see anything malicious. I think maybe he's just trying to be a better person. I feel so. You got a nasty argument. He said some mean things. And that's why he started coming home early. Well, see, he decided he knew he did wrong. We all do wrong. No one's perfect in the world. It's people that are willing to share when they're wrong and admit, and I guess mature enough to admit when they're wrong. Because it's a big thing. Some people don't like to admit when they're wrong. But if you admit when you're wrong and you get it over with, sometimes it's the best thing. But maybe it's a good thing. He's starting to come around. And generally, if somebody really cares about you, that's kind of what they do. I'm trying to get the furry stuff here. But yeah, I feel that he is trying to do better. See, I used to argue with my ex-husband all the time and it just went nowhere and we just had to break up. Sometimes it goes and teeters the other way. And if he's coming home early and stuff, that means it worked for you. Because something like that only goes one way or another. Generally. I'm trying to get this nice furry base here, because this side of the wolf's face is dark. I don't even know why I'm drawing a wolf. I know it's because my neighbor wants one, but after all that wolf poop from our nature blog, I didn't even want to look at another wolf. All I know is that wolf had a bad meal. I don't even know if one bath's enough to get it off of Chong. But we will see. We will see. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that it makes you feel better. Hopefully you could pray that I get Max so I don't have to call this lawyer and bring her to civil court just to get our family cat back. That's all I'm thinking about now. Everybody thinks it's petty, but we've had him for a lot of years and she's withholding something that isn't hers, and really shouldn't have nobody should have ownership over, but apparently people do. So hopefully I win this battle. This girl's pretty damn evil. She really is. I told him not to go with her. I did not have a good feeling about her. He didn't talk to me for close to 2 years because of her. Came back apologizing, telling me that he should have listened to me and all this stuff. And I told him it's not even about all that. Let's just try to get everything back to where it needs to be. Oh my goodness, I think I'm actually doing this wolf justice. Oh my god, look at that. I don't know, maybe I am a better artist than I think I am. Laugh out loud, maybe all my little people that are helping me, that have helped me along the way through my journey of trying to sketch all the famous artists that I took care of that passed away. Maybe it's finally happening for me. They've tried. I helped them, they helped me. They said that I could do it, maybe I can. I mean, I'm thinking maybe. Alright, I'm gonna darken this out here. And this just kind of fans out right here by this eye. And fans down this way. I'm gonna do the light shade there. And I'm gonna get this shaded a little bit darker here. It says it's a lighter wolf in this. I'm making a darker colored wolf. I already kind of have different shades already up in here with the pencil. I'm going to leave a pencil too because I actually think it looks better as a pencil. I mean, hell, my neighbor might like it. Maybe I'll do another wolf since I was able to do this halfway decent. Maybe this could be what I do the next time, try to get Chong, because I would like to sketch Chong after a while. When I was a little girl, we had so many stray cats that would come to our house, and I made friends with them. Cats are silly. They would make me laugh because they scare easily. Oh, yeah. My son Max was a stray cat when we met him. He just came to my son when he was living with my older son when he was younger. Him and his dad were living with their older brother, but anyways. He just came and it was the middle of winter and they was like, Mom, could we keep him? Blah, blah, blah. And I came over and I was like, I don't know if you guys should let the cat in. And then my ex-husband's over there going, I don't know. We made Max a house. And then, of course, he had to go in the house. And then he just became part of the family. I guess he knew which house to go to. So. And he does have horrible anxiety. And they said that he's probably going to get his ankle bracelet and everything off tomorrow. Well, on Thursday. So, I'll be glad. I mean, I don't know what goes through women's heads sometimes. I really don't, because she hasn't been talking to the cops. And she's supposed to have this whole domestic on my son. My son has cooperated every bit of the way. Every bit of the way. And there's literally, she's like, and they keep trying to contact her and the public defender. He just went ahead and kept the public defender because there's no evidence. And if she don't show up for court, they could just take it off and just throw the case out. And my brother said that she's still gonna get in trouble. So I don't know. Because there's these little dots for his whiskers. I'm hoping and I've been praying that everything works out for him. We'll see, because I mean, if he really did it, I don't understand why she did not go to the hospital. You're supposed to go to the hospital. That's the thing. She refused to go to the hospital, or even the police station, so they could take a picture of her bruises. They don't, and you can't convict anyone if there's literally no evidence. It just can't happen. And she's not smart enough to figure this out. I don't know if she's high is the problem. I don't know what the damn problem is. But she definitely needs a reality check. Because I've just never seen anybody act like the way she does. But I'm not used to dealing with idiots. I'm used to dealing with people that are smart, that tell me about things. That's how I got all, when I started my little supplements. I asked the nurses at work, because they're intelligent, they know things. I mean, they're nurses. So, I don't know. I guess I gotta put in God's hands, because this is what my mother-in-law would tell me to do. I'm putting a little curve on this thing. It actually relaxes me doing artwork when I'm upset. And this is a very upsetting situation. I don't like when people lie and just do these little things. Just because they want to hurt people. I don't get it. I never will get it. I never even done this to my ex-husband. I don't get it. If you go on life doing this to people, that it comes right back to you, this kind of energy. It really honestly does. And I don't think people realize it. They just think it's all fun and games. And there's people out there that are truly getting abused, that really can't, maybe for whatever reason, they're not saying anything because maybe they have nowhere else to go. They have nothing. And some people get all this help and they're lying. And that's the thing that really gets me the most. Because there are people that will suffer and not say anything for the longest time and just try to get a safe house on their own. And then there's people like her that make up stuff and just abuse all the help. And it's very sad. Oh, that's not bad at all. Maybe I am becoming a better sketch artist. Some women are just pure. Yeah, she is. Well, yes, they say they're going to come back to her. I'm still waiting. But then some people told me that sometimes the longer you wait, the worse it gets. I've heard that too. This karma thing, I know I do tarot card readings and all that, but it seems like some people for the longest time always are just, they're getting all this money. You'll see them with new cars driving around and just all this crazy shit. And it's just like, where's the justice? Okay, they got a brand new car. They got a brand new this. It's like, but they did all these horrible things. And And everybody tells me, yeah, they'll get all those things, but then something else is going to happen to them. I've heard that one too. But yeah, and she literally cheated on my son too. Cheated on my son. And she was going, and she literally was, it was a Middle Eastern guy. He wasn't from this country. Well, yeah, obviously, because he's from the Middle East, but he had a bunch of money. She broke up with him to go with this guy and used him and took him for a bunch of money. And I guess he really liked her. That was the thing. I guess there was actually a real liking there. So I kind of feel bad for this guy because it's sad that she had this, it had to happen, and she's affecting all these people's lives. I guess he had like close to $1 million. I don't know. I don't know. I think she got him deported actually. He had family here, and she called the border patrol on him. Which I'm not one way or another with that issue. I feel that it could be treated a little bit more diplomatic than some of these commercials that are going on where I live. It's ridiculous. You have that one really pretty lady, which is, I think, I forgot her name, but she's the new lady in charge of like immigration and all that. She looks like she's maybe 20s or 30s, very, very attractive young lady. And then she comes on there and kind of looks all cocky about it. And the thing, I get it. They got to do their job, but they got to act like they're enjoying it. And it's just like a life thing. I don't know. It's some of these commercials are just ridiculous for all the immigration. And I just don't understand. I truly don't. I don't understand why it needs to be, why we have to be, I guess, such asses about it. And that's what it comes down to. It's just the way people are going about it. There's a nice way going about things and not a nice way going about things. And I just feel our government is just not going about things the right way. I mean, they took one lady's husband out of the country, and they were legally married, and deported him. And it was on TV. And she wanted to know where her husband was, and he was an American citizen. If you're not natural born, he wants you out. And I get it. Do it the right way. And you know what? If they came in the right way, leave them alone. I think she is. I think she is a narcissist. But I don't know. I don't think she's a smart narcissist because, as my son's lawyer says, there's no evidence and she won't cooperate with the cops, but she still wants the cops to arrest him and do all this stuff, which they did, and he spent a week in jail. But I don't think that they're gonna, if she don't show up, they can't fully charge him. And we don't think that she's lying about who the baby's daddy is. I told him to go get DNA tests, and then I was telling my brother, I hate to see any kid go in the system. Because when kids go in this system for foster care, it always isn't the best for them. Because all they do is kick them out when they're 18, and that's it, and they'll turn to, and they're just left sometimes homeless. So I hate that the system's like that here in America, but right now that's how it is. And she had this child, She could have went on birth control, but she had a child that's most likely, if it's not my son's, is going to be put in foster care because he said he don't know if he can handle the baby. And it is his right. And she might even have another one eventually. And this is what people like her do. I'm just going downward with this. And I feel that I'm going on the curve of the fur line. I'm doing the same thing with this because it's a side view. And these side views are very hard. They really are. You got to get all of these in. Every little line has to be a certain way. And just I'm right here where this curves this way, that's where I'm doing the shading for his fur. It has to follow the line that you're doing when you're sketching animals, or it looks really messed up. But we'll find out Thursday. Hopefully God listens to my prayers and he should have his ankle bracelet off. But he feels bad because I haven't talked to him in 2 years. And that's the whole reason I was over here. Honestly, because I ended up, there was no contact. So I said, you know what, if I just get out there enough on social media, he's going to see my channel and he might reach out. And I do like writing. I have an unnatural thing for writing. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So, and if you're able to do writing, these reels and shorts are very easy to do for you. I did a Whitney Houston one. I don't know if you guys seen it. Oh my god, it was so cute. I love Whitney Houston. I love doing these little dog videos because one day I would like to make a movie. So I kind of use the kind of formula Charlie Chaplin has because he's I like his movies. I like older movies because I feel that they're more well written and they show you how a movie's made. So I like to make my shorts like silent movies. I like to give them a lot of character. I really do. I think that the more character you can give like that is good. And I did Whitney Houston. I thought that was cute for one of them. I'd be doing stuff like that. I noticed that people just do what's popular and they say subscribe to me, subscribe to me. I'm saying if you don't vibe with me, I mean you got choices in the world. You shouldn't have to subscribe to me if you don't like me. There's some people don't like because I have a prong collar and Chong. I was very nice to that person when they gave me a negative comment. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way, but thank you for your humanity. Obviously, they love animals, and it doesn't matter to me if they dislike me, and it doesn't matter to me if they don't subscribe to me. As long as they're kind to animals, I'm okay with them. Because I'm not a hater when it comes like that. I can be a fighter for protecting things I love, but I don't go to fighting first. I guess, it comes from having your parents growing up in the 70s. That's how I know half of these songs. So, because I am going to be 51. And I embrace it. I mean, I came from an age that people were, in my opinion, a lot nicer. They really were. And I feel that whatever happened in society between here and there, I don't know if kids just didn't have enough morals or what happened. I feel that we just kind of tore apart as people. And I'm trying to give some awareness to the world. You know, if people want to listen to me, they do or they don't. But I want to make my impact in the world before the world's gone, if that makes any sense. I want the world to know that, about and try to make people realize and maybe try to make it a better place before I die. And if I accomplish my goal, if I do, if I don't, when I die, I'll let God know I tried. And that's all I'm really after. I'm not after popularity. I'm not after any of that. I'm just after everybody liking one another enough to respect them. That's it. That's all I truly want in the world. And I want to be a part of that movement where to try to make people better. Or maybe inspire someone else that could do a better job than me. Because God forbid if there's somebody that could give some youthful energy into the cause, that would be great. And I'm sure eventually there will be. With these kind of movements, it happens in stages, generally. And I feel I was put on this earth to promote peace. And they always say one act of random kindness spreads. So, if I just take one act of random kindness and come up here and talk when I can and do my little sketchings and sketch for humanity, maybe I'll win, maybe I'll lose, but at least I tried. And that's really all I'm after. Is for everybody to know that I literally tried. I mean, it sounds childish, but I don't think it's a bad cause. I mean, I'm not over here trying to get rich and this and that. I'm really not. I really, my thing is, I could live in the wilderness a long time. I just have to have a lot of whitebees because I'm not dealing with any more coyote poop. I've already made that decision. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go. And here is the wolf. And I'll be on again, but I gotta get this call from my son. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna end this and I'll be back later, and thank you, Erica. Thank you for being a supporter, and I appreciate everything you do. And I will be back later. I'm feeling better. And I'm gonna X this out.